you're not there, you come home and these people are posted up in your home and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Nope.
Muchachos, aquí en United States también se aplica la de invasión de terreno. Y creo que ese será mi próximo negocio. Invadir casas abandonadas. Ya que me he buscado unos códigos con mis amigos africanos. Y me dijeron que ya llevan como 7 casas expropiadas. Y como dice el dicho, papi, hay que buscar la vuelta.
Wow. People, we are going to get into this and more. It is time to get locked and loaded. Let's go. Enemy territory here. This guy, that video we showed in the beginning, is a TikTok influencer who is advising his followers of over 500,000 to invade American homes and invoke squatters' rights, making it difficult for them to be removed from properties. Shelly, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. Well, first of all, my thoughts are this. Number one, this is part of the plan. Number one. Number two, Americans, we better get serious because the left is afraid, and that means they will do anything to hold on to their power. When people are afraid, they tend to do desperate things. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And since the left is always instoking fear, we need to be prepared. Like we say, be aware and be prepared. We need to be prepared. This is on.
Yeah. And, for you guys who couldn't catch it, this was apparently they're saying that he may be a Venezuelan illegal here. And he's telling his followers that basically under US law, if a house is not inhabited, we can seize it. That's what he was saying in Spanish. He is referring to squatters' rights or adverse possession laws. It's a common law principle that allows an illegal inhabitant to acquire ownership of a property based on continuous occupation without the legal owner's consent. This is something that happens often in a lot of urban cities, right here in Baltimore. You know of this also, Shelly, correct?
Yeah, there are a lot of places where there are vacant properties for many reasons, right? In this case, not only in this case, but basically across the country, the laws could vary, but a legitimate homeowner, you could be away on business, vacation. Maybe you live in another state or out the country for 6 months of the year, and you have maybe 2 homes or 3 homes or whatever the case may be. So an ass out squatter, okay, unhoused person or homeless person, it doesn't even have to be Venezuelan, but the fact that this is not an American makes it that much worse. Who is able, he's publicly saying on TikTok, come into America, people, and take over their homes. And this is planned. I say it's planned because who's allowing all these people to come across the border? A few weeks ago, we saw one of the immigrants tell a reporter that basically they're coming here no matter what, armed and dangerous, basically. This is on. This is on. We do need to be locked and loaded. We do need to be strapped. We do need to be educated. And we need to take this seriously because guess what? They are serious. They think we're playing. Americans, you better raise up.
Yeah. I mean, do people understand really what's going on here? And like you mentioned, what makes this so stunning is, yes, this is an illegal who, they come here, they do not have much money. They generally don't have anywhere to stay. And so the fact that he's issuing this rallying cry, to people who are coming here illegally, just basically saying when you come here, you know, go to the nearest city, find a vacant home, and post up.
Exactly.
Post up. And guess what? As a homeowner, as someone who may have been struggling to make your mortgage every month, or even just, you know, you're not there, you come home and these people are posted up in your home and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Nope. I remember this is online with me. I remember, I think it was 2005 or 6, the Kelo case up in New England, when the lady was trying to keep her home from the government taking it based on these eminent domain laws. Now, some people in America, you know, the government has a right to take it. They needed to make public space and all this foolishness. When you have legitimately bought and paid for your home on your property, your home, you're paying the mortgage every month if you own it outright, regardless. But some people supported that. No, the government does not have a right. Let's look at our Constitution. Look at the 4th Amendment and the 5th Amendment. The government does not have a right to just come and run roughshod over everything that you have built and paid for legally, and an American citizen. Now, these illegal people are coming over. They're not even covering their face. They're telling us this is who we are and this is what we're going to do.
Yeah. And it's really come to light recently, honestly, a viral video of an NYC, New York City property owner had this happen to her. It was a woman who was arrested. She was arrested after a standoff with a group of squatters who allegedly took over her property. Her name was Anda Laurel, was recently arrested on her property in Flushing, Queens. This is according to Fox News. She, after changing the locks on the home, she said she inherited the $1 million home from her parents after they died. She put the home on the market last month, which is when she realized alleged squatters moved into the property and changed the locks. They changed the locks on her home. According to the outlet, the men reportedly called 911 on her, and she called a locksmith to come over and change the locks back. And so police came on the scene and spoke with these alleged squatters, asking if they had proof that they had been living in the home for more than 30 days. Under New York City law, a person can claim squatters' rights if they have lived in a home for more than 30 days. By the time someone does their investigation, their work and their job, it will be over 30 days, and this man will still be in my home, she said. Can you imagine?
No, I can't. You can't. I mean, we would think if we were aliens looking down, we might be thinking like, they just playing games. These people are actors and they're funny, things like that. Unfortunately, aliens, it's not. We are living almost really, I feel like we're living in an alien society when not only they come into your home, that's one thing. That used to be called breaking and entering, right? That's number one. Number two, these are a lot of these squatters laws across the country. Various states and cities have them. The government that we pay for is actually working against us. We pay the deed, we pay the property taxes, we got the titles, we pay the upkeep, all of that stuff, not to mention the utilities for daily living and whatever else goes on in a home that you need, right? These people can come in and then you have to take your hard-earned money and go and hire attorneys to get people out of your home that don't live there. This is ludicrous. I know, I believe, and we do need, there's a place for government and there's a place for laws, but laws are never intended, should never be intended to harm and work against the people of the country that they're supposed to support. Remember what I keep saying, progressive policies pulverize the people they purport to protect. Almost, I would say but I'm going to say 99.99%. Every progressive policy hurts, harms, and destroys the people, the innocent citizens that pay their bills.
Yeah. And then whenever you mention something about replacement theory, or they say, oh, you can't say that, that's racist, or, that's not true. Well, if this isn't replacement theory, I don't know what is. You have a man telling other illegals when they come here, find a home that is vacant currently and and take over, replace the homeowner. I mean, I don't know what else that would be.
Right.
This is ridiculous. This is
And
maddening.
The case in New York, the lady was trying to sell her house. So, you've already moved and bought a new home or wherever you're living. You're trying to sell a home. So the home could be empty for any amount of time, a day, because it could be on the market, a week, whatever. So that means they see that no one is there and they go in and squat their little nasty asses.
Oh,
and
you have nasty.
You got to pay to get them out of your own house. If this lady got arrested,
yeah, it's very nasty. And I've known situations here in Baltimore where most of these people, they come in and they turn into a drug den. So not only are they living there, but there's a high probability that they will tear up your home and do all types of things. So even if you are able to regain ownership of your home, they've trashed it. They've trashed it.
Right. It won't be for sale. It won't be a sellable value. You got to replenish or replace and refurbish whatever they've messed up. And not only that, because they're squatters and then they're doing drugs in your home, they're not supposed to be there. I would not be surprised if there wouldn't be some rogue prosecutor that would charge the homeowner for doing some kind of illegal activity. Right. I wouldn't put it past them.
And the thing that's very maddening is you do find a lot of homes within the cities that are vacant. We have a vacant home issue here. And a lot of these homes cause fires. You could be living next to a vacant home. These people go in, they take cover into these homes. And it's a mess. It is a mess. And it just goes to show you that we have a lack of law and order in these municipalities. And when you're thinking the law should be working for you, a hardworking homeowner, it's not. It's not. This woman, Andalaro, says she was armed with the property's deed during the ordeal while police escorted the two men off the property for apparent failure to show they had been living in the property for at least 30 days. Before police left, they warned Andalaro she could face legal penalties if she changed the locks, as it's illegal to turn off any utilities or change the locks of a home where someone says they are a tenant. So she eventually got arrested.
Yeah.
But not only is that, she has to continue paying electricity once they have claimed this tenancy. And she has to continue paying electricity and the stuff.
And now she has to pay for her legal proceedings, right? I mean, talk about three hots and a cot. Seriously. I mean, they have literally cot squatted in her home and other people's homes to no avail, except for the onus becomes the homeowner who has to pay additional fees legally. She was arrested. Not only was it wrong, how humiliating is that? I mean, I'm angry with the cops because I remember even after, this is a little segue, but even after World War II, there were a lot of psychological studies that talked about people obeying authority just because an authority person told them to do it. There is something called a conscience. There is something called disobeying an order when you know it's not lawful. So I'm even upset with the officers who did that.
Yeah. We will continue to follow this. This is so sad. And this is replacement. People, when people say, oh, there's no replacement, there's no agenda to replace Americans. He is what he just said. He sent a rallying call out to illegals. He has 500,000 subscribers on his TikTok telling them to take advantage of this squatting. This is what he's doing. So that's replacement. That's not replacement. I don't know what it is.